All right. Welcome to the live stream. I have not done live stream in my channel for a while. Uh, and first of all, if you don't know me, that's okay. The world is big, and many people kind of doing what they do, especially on email side of things. On this specific stream, I want to share with you something that you probably never seen before, and especially when it comes to the email scaling and email related business. And that being said, first of all, I have kind of organized a notebook LM because they are more professional when it comes to the kind of putting things together to make you understand better and have a better picture. First, I'm going to, first half an hour, we're going to play that so you can understand. And after that's finished, and I'm going to show you my screen, and I'm going to show you all the evidence that I put it in the description. And of course, we're also going to send an email. Just prepare for this. This stream is going to be a little bit longer than usual. Take it as like basically case study uh, being explained by AI a little bit with Notebook LM. By the way, I have to put the kind of details in, and all the videos that as a source, they are on the channel, No Limit Emails channel. So both channels that I'm mentioning on this stream, they both live, and you can also check them out. They are in the description somewhere. But if it's not, I'm going to share my screen with you so you still can go and check them out. Just remember, after we're doing the live streams on those channels, 24 hours and sometimes 48 hours after, I personally put those live stream to private mode because we share quite incredible amount of information, and we don't want the people kind of copy us and do kind of crazy stuff, pretending to be us and all that kind of stuff. So uh, after that, obviously becomes a just access for our members only. So as you can see in my screen, and a thumbnail is 100% not clickbait, and I have personally taken 190 clients' domains, each starting from zero, and sent a million emails in 30 days. And that is all being streamed and live recorded without any editing on 30-day email challenge channel. And of course, on a main channel, on No Limit Emails main channel, and I've been streaming, more than 400 days in a row now, without kind of break. And of course, my job is in here at No Limit Emails to be your eyes and ears, to share information and do updates for you guys. And all that content's also there. So I'm going to shut my camera, and I'm going to basically trigger a recording that I did basically with Notebook LM, and I will explain a little bit about the industry itself, and also what we do at No Limit Emails, why this is important, why this is really changes everything for us and for every member that we have. So enjoy that, and I will be back directly after this is end, and we will also open up all this channels to you. And also I'm going to log into my system, and we're going to look the real data and real scaling of email. And of course, and we will also be sending another email. And of course, if you are an emailer and you're not able to do this kind of thing, we are serving in the public, and all the information is in the description. You can check our website, you can check my own blog, and also you can check and utilize the live tool that we are talking about as well. And I hope that is useful for you. And I hope you see it like what we say in here is the fact and truth. And of course, our truth is all recorded for whole world to see about the infrastructure that we built for ourselves, and of course, for many, many of our clients. And that being said, enjoy this next half an hour of the stream. And as soon as this come in conclusion, and I will be back again on camera, and then we will go through everything that I'm mentioning. Enjoy, And also, I am live on the chat. If you have any questions, please fire away, and I will do answer all of them as they come in towards the end. And thank you so much for being here. And of course, if you like the content that I'm sharing with you, please do subscribe to my channel, as it's been dormant for quite a lot, as I've been streaming for No Limit Emails and the other two channels for quite some times now. Enjoy this, and I'll be back just a second or so.
I want to share a secret with you. Right now, a company trying to scale to 1 million emails a day is quietly paying, get this, a $2 million monthly ransom to tech gatekeepers.
Yeah, it is just staggering when you actually look at the math.
Right. You think you own your email list, you think you own your audience, but the reality is you are literally just renting the right to speak to them. And the landlords are charging an absolute fortune.
Exactly. It's the quietest, probably the most expensive ransom in the digital age.
So today we're diving deep into a massive stack of internal transcripts. We want to find out exactly who is collecting that toll, and more importantly, how a platform called No Limit Emails is basically trying to burn that toll booth to the ground.
Right. And these transcripts we're reviewing today, they come directly from the founders of No Limit Emails. We are looking at, hours of live stream teardowns, architectural blueprints, and these really direct side-by-side comparative breakdowns.
Yeah, cross-referencing their claims against the realities of a dozen industry giants operating right now in the 2025 and 2026 landscape. We're talking about giants like HubSpot, Oberber, Klaviyo, Keep.
We have the receipts. And honestly, the math is brutal.
It really is. So our mission for this deep dive is to expose the painfully expensive, unvarnished reality of the modern email industry. We're not going to sugarcoat things. We're not going to pretend this is just like minor inflation. We're going to hit you with the truth that hurts.
Because you need to understand the pain before you can appreciate the cure. But, and this is crucial, there is a massive light at the end of the tunnel here.
A huge light. We're going to examine how No Limit Emails has engineered this limit-free, effortless, and radically affordable escape hatch. But like you said, we have to diagnose the disease first. We need to understand the sheer financial suffocation of trying to scale your communication today.
Yeah, and what really stands out in the source material is how hidden the suffocation actually is. Like, most businesses operate in the state of blissful ignorance when their lists are small.
Right, they pay their, what, $100 a month to a legacy provider and just think nothing of it.
Exactly. But that invisible matrix of costs, it reveals itself the exact moment a business attempts to truly scale. The traditional method of scaling cold outreach or massive customer communication has hit an absolute brick wall over the last few years.
Because the benchmark in the modern data-driven world for high-level scaling is sending 1 million emails a day.
Right. For a global enterprise or a high volume outbound sales operation, 1 million a day is just the baseline.
I mean, to the average person listening, it probably sounds like an ocean of data. But for global outreach, it's literally just the operational target.
And doing this the traditional way has become practically impossible without a massive war chest. I mean, you can't just spin up a server, press send, and reach 1 million inboxes anymore.
No, absolutely not. And we need to explain the mechanics of why that is.
Well, in the early days of the internet, you could do exactly that. But as spam proliferated, the email gatekeepers, so primarily Google, Yahoo, and Microsoft, they instituted incredibly strict algorithms.
Right.
If a brand new IP address suddenly blasts out 1 million emails, the receiving servers instantly flag it as a botnet or a spam attack.
And the emails are just black holed, right? Like they don't even make it to the spam folder. They're dropped at the server level.
Completely dropped.
Yeah.
Gone. So, to bypass these algorithmic limits, the industry engineered this workaround. They chop up the sending process into thousands of microscopic pieces.
They spread the load over thousands of micro accounts to mimic like normal human behavior.
Exactly. It's sometimes called snowshoeing in the industry. But every single step of this chopped up process has been monetized into a toll booth.
Yeah, I have the breakdown right here from the sources, and these numbers are genuinely staggering. To bypass the algorithms and send 1 million emails a day, you first need the digital real estate. You need domains.
Right, because if you send too much volume from your primary company domain, you risk burning its reputation entirely.
Which means even your internal company emails to like your vendors or employees will go to spam.
Exactly. So businesses buy burner domains or variation domains. And to hit the 1 million a day mark safely, You need about 10,000 domains.
10,000. Just let
Yeah.
that sink in. At roughly $10 a year per domain, that is $100,000 a year.
Or about $8,333 a month.
That is just to have the digital addresses to send from. It's nuts.
And those 10,000 domains, they don't just float in the ether. They require DNS management. They require hosting. You have to point those domains somewhere and host the associated tracking links.
Right. The infrastructure to support 10,000 active, properly configured domains is heavy.
Very heavy. The sources calculate the hosting overhead for this specific architecture at another $120,000 a year, or roughly $10,000 a month.
Okay, so we are already at over $18,000 a month, and we haven't even written an email yet.
Not a single word. And here is where the math gets genuinely aggressive. You need the actual inboxes to send from.
Because Google Workspace and Outlook employ this really sophisticated AI to throttle sending velocity, right?
Yes. The current industry consensus is that you can only safely send about 20 cold emails per inbox per day without triggering a ban.
20. That's it.
That 20 email limit is critical to understand. It is not a technical limit of the bandwidth. It's a behavioral threshold set by the algorithms.
The algorithms are literally just tracking the velocity of outbound mail.
Exactly. If an inbox sends 200 identical emails in 10 minutes, it trips an alarm. The behavior looks automated because it is.
Right.
So by capping the send at 20 emails, spaced throughout the day, the software attempts to mimic a very busy human sales rep manually typing out messages.
But if you do the math, to hit your target of 1 million emails a day at a rate of 20 per inbox, the math is completely unforgiving.
You require 50,000 individual inboxes.
50,000 inboxes. I can't even fathom the logistics of that. And if we estimate conservatively at what, $7 a month per inbox from the
Yeah.
major workspace providers,
You are staring down the barrel of $350,000 a month.
$350,000.
Yeah.
Every 30 days, just for the privilege of possessing the digital send buttons.
And if we connect this to the bigger operational picture, the complexity becomes absolutely terrifying. You now possess this chaotic, sprawling web of 50,000 inboxes distributed across 10,000
It's
domains.
completely humanly impossible to manage that. You can't have staff logging in and out of 50,000 accounts.
No. You have to utilize specialized proxy networks to hide the IP addresses of the machines managing these inboxes, because otherwise, Google links them all together and bans the entire fleet simultaneously.
Wow. So one slip up and the whole empire collapses.
Exactly. So you have to hire a specialized tech agency just to maintain the infrastructure. They rotate the accounts, handle the API limits, and keep the domains warm by artificially sending emails back and forth between them.
And what does that cost?
The retainer for an agency capable of managing a 50,000 inbox fleet. The sources estimate that maintenance fee at another $20,000 a month.
My main concern when reading this is just the fragility of it all. It reminds me of building a house of cards in a wind tunnel.
That's a perfect analogy.
I mean, one algorithm update from Google and half your fleet is wiped out. But the costs don't even stop there.
No, they don't. Because before you can even feed data into this massive machine, you have to verify your lists.
Right, list hygiene. Because if you send 1 million emails to dead addresses or spam traps, your bounce rate skyrockets.
And the receiving servers instantly recognize you have poor list hygiene, and your entire 50,000 inbox empire gets blacklisted practically overnight.
That is precisely how the ecosystem enforces compliance. Email verification is absolutely non-negotiable at this scale.
It is. A spam trap is essentially a honeypot, an email address deliberately left exposed on the internet by security organizations.
So if you send an email to a spam trap, it proves you just scraped the internet for data rather than acquiring the contact organically.
Exactly. To prevent hitting these, you must verify. And verification is essentially a server-to-server handshake. A piece of software pings the receiving server to ask, hey, does this inbox exist and is it safe? Before actually transmitting the message payload.
But doing that handshake takes computing power and highly reputable IPs. And the third-party verification services that hold monopolies on this process, they charge a massive premium.
A huge premium. The sources reveal that to scrub a list of 1 million emails every single day, you are paying these third-party services around $50,000
Per month.
per day.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that comes out to $1.5 million a month, just to check if the lights are on at the destination address.
It is a phenomenal bottleneck. And then after all that, you still have the transmission costs.
Right? Even if you are utilizing a supposedly cost-effective transit layer like Amazon Simple Email Service or SES, you are paying for data egress.
Pushing 30 million emails a month through an SMTP relay is going to run you approximately $30,000 a month in usage fees.
And finally, you are executing all of this on shared infrastructure. If you want the ultimate security, which means dedicated IPs, bare metal servers where your sending reputation isn't polluted by someone else's spam, you are fighting a global supply chain shortage.
Because IPv4 addresses are exhausted globally.
Exactly. Securing high-quality, dedicated infrastructure costs anywhere from $3,750 to upwards of $5,000 plus per month just for the servers.
So let's synthesize this fragmented matrix. When you aggregate the domain registrations, the DNS hosting, the 50,000 workspace inboxes, the agency retainers, the daily third-party list verification, the SMTP transit fees, and the bare metal dedicated IPs.
You arrive at a grand total of over $2 million a month.
$2 million a month, just to communicate with your audience at scale. I mean, wait, let's really unpack this. It sounds like renting an apartment, but you have to pay the landlord for the key, the city for the doorknob, the utility company just to open the door, and then a private security guard to verify who walks in every single time. How is this the accepted standard?
It became the standard because it is a highly profitable engineered maze.
An engineered maze. I like that phrasing.
It really is. The gatekeepers limit your daily sends, not strictly because of technical bandwidth. I mean, modern fiber optic networks can handle billions of emails in milliseconds.
Right.
They limit it to force you into buying thousands of workspace inboxes. They offshore the verification to third parties who charge exorbitant purse ping fees because they know you're terrified of losing your domains.
And they offshore the maintenance to agencies who profit from the complexity.
Exactly. It's not a technological limitation, it's an economic toll booth. The fundamental right of a business to communicate has been sliced into a dozen different, highly lucrative recurring subscriptions.
It's a financial suffocation that essentially reserves high-scale communication for only the most massive elite corporations. And it operates entirely on fear.
The fear that if you don't pay all these disparate gatekeepers, your emails will land in the spam folder or your domains will be burned to the ground.
It is extortion by complexity. And that is exactly what the founders of No Limit Emails recognized. According to the internal documents, they didn't just want to build a cheaper toll booth, they wanted to build an entirely new road.
Which brings us to the liberation part of this deep dive, because looking at that $2 million ledger is just exhausting.
It really is. I felt stressed just reading it, but there is a massive breath of fresh air here. How on earth does a platform like No Limit Emails bypass a $2 million a month industry standard? I mean, if the gatekeepers have a monopoly on the infrastructure, how do you circumvent them?
By taking the infrastructure private. The sources detail that NLE changes the game by offering a completely done-for-you sovereign system.
So instead of the traditional model where you have to cobble together software from 5 different vendors,
NLE provides the entire stack. They host the servers, they install the software, they maintain the architecture.
so as a user, you literally do not worry about server provisioning, you don't manage 50,000 micro inboxes, and you don't negotiate with proxy networks. You just log into a single dashboard and you send.
Exactly. And the architectural blueprints in these transcripts are fascinating. They build a private infrastructure directly on your domain.
Utilizing an open source technology called Mautic as their foundational layer.
Yes.
Right.
For those who might not know, Mautic is an incredibly powerful open source marketing automation project, but historically, open source CRM struggles at massive scale.
Right. If you try to run millions of contacts through a standard Mautic installation, the database locks up. The cron jobs, which are the scheduled tasks that trigger automations, they delay, and the server crashes.
Exactly. But NLE hasn't just taken it off the shelf. That is a crucial distinction. The transcripts show that NLE has spent years heavily modifying the core architecture. They have re-engineered the database querying, optimized the spooling mechanisms, and overhauled how the software handles concurrent connections.
So they essentially took a powerful open source foundation and militarized it for enterprise level scale.
That's a great way to put it.
I just love that concept.
Mm.
In the traditional model, You are renting a tiny room in a crowded, noisy building where your neighbor's bad habits get you evicted. But with NLE, they take this hardened core, build you a private fortress on your own land, hand you the keys, and basically mow the lawn for you.
And you have total data sovereignty. No one is mining your contact list to sell data to advertisers.
Right. And we must talk about the economics of this private fortress because this is where the industry norms are truly shattered. According to the founders, NLE has not raised its prices in 6 years.
6 years of absolute price stability in an era where software as a service platforms seemingly hike their fees every single fiscal quarter.
It's unheard of. Let's examine their tiers because when I first read this, I genuinely had to double check the sources. The pricing revolution here completely obliterates the $2 million math we just walked through.
Oh, totally.
It starts at $67 a month. For $67, you can send 100,000 emails a month, and that includes one dedicated IP.
And to scale up, for $97 a month, you can send 250,000 emails, and that provisions you with 2 dedicated IPs.
Then for $197 a month, you are sending 1 million emails a month, operating on 3 dedicated IPs.
And then there is the apex, the absolute top tier, the unlimited tier.
For $397 a month, you get unlimited sends, unlimited contacts, 5 dedicated IPs, and you can host up to 5 different domains on the infrastructure.
I really want to pause and contextualize that delta. For $397 a month, you completely bypass the $2 million a month conventional architecture.
The $100,000 domain fees, the massive hosting overhead, the 50,000 Google inboxes, the agency retainers, the daily verification extortions, the Amazon SES transit charges.
Eradicated, completely wiped off the board.
Okay, I have to push back here, though. I'm looking at this from a purely infrastructural standpoint. Bare metal servers cost real money. Data center electricity costs money. IPsp4 addresses are a finite global resource.
Very true.
So if I am paying $397 a month for unlimited sends and 5 dedicated IPs, where is the margin? How does NLE afford to provision this without bleeding cash and going bankrupt?
It's a vital question. According to the founder breakdowns in the transcripts, their margin comes from eliminating the bloat and owning their proprietary tech stack.
Okay, what kind of bloat?
Well, traditional SaaS platforms spend 50 to 70% of their revenue on marketing, massive sales teams, and shareholder dividends.
Right, they have to feed the corporate machine.
Exactly. Furthermore, because NLE heavily modified open source technology, they are not paying exorbitant licensing fees to third-party databases. They have optimized their server provisioning to be incredibly lean.
So they buy bare metal in massive bulk and pass the wholesale cost directly to the user, taking a very modest sustainable margin.
Yes. They are playing a volume game based on long-term retention rather than trying to extract maximum lifetime value from a user in the first 6 months.
That makes a lot of sense. It is the difference between a company built to go public next quarter versus a company built to exist for the next decade.
Exactly. And the fact that they use dedicated IPs is the linchpin of this entire operation. We touched on this briefly, but we really need to dive into the mechanics of why shared IPs are such a trap.
Let's do it. Because most affordable email platforms, the ones charging you $50 a month, put you on what is called a shared IP pool, right?
Yes, which means your business is transmitting its emails from the exact same digital IP address as thousands of other random users on that platform.
All right, so to go back to our analogy, it's like living in a massive apartment building where the mailroom is shared.
Yep.
If just one of your neighbors decides to start running a malicious phishing scam or blasting out pharmaceutical spam, the internet service providers, Gmail, Yahoo, they blacklist the IP address of the entire building.
Precisely. And suddenly, your totally legitimate, clean, highly crafted business emails are going straight to the junk folder or bouncing entirely simply because you are sharing a digital reputation with a bad actor.
You are literally guilty by association. You have zero control over your deliverability because your fate is tied to the worst behavior of a total stranger.
Which is terrifying for a real business.
Oh.
But the transcripts show that NLE completely eliminates this vulnerability by provisioning dedicated infrastructure.
So when you pay for that tier, those IPs belong to you. Your sender reputation is yours alone.
Exactly. And NLE automates the complex backend authentication, the SPF, DKIM, and DRMARS records, which act as a digital passport, proving to Google that you are exactly who you say you are.
Furthermore, because the system is built on your sovereign domain, your emails are not branded with third-party watermarks.
That is a subtle but massive psychological factor for your customers. I mean, when you send an email through a legacy provider, it almost always includes a powered by tag at the bottom.
Right. You are literally paying a company for the privilege of acting as a billboard for their service.
With NLE, every single pixel of that email promotes your brand and your brand alone.
It really feels like taking a deep breath after being submerged for years. It's
Yeah.
so empowering.
Yeah,
But affordability is only half the equation.
true.
It's one thing to be cheap. It is another thing entirely to be functional. If NLE is replacing a multi-million-dollar multi-platform tech stack, we have to look inside the toolkit.
We do.
Are users trading the $2 million ransom for a clunky, stripped-down dashboard from 2010?
The source documents indicate the exact opposite. You are gaining an enterprise-level suite of tools.
Let's start with the feature that usually bankrupts high-volume senders: list verification. NLE includes built-in unlimited email verification right inside the dashboard.
And the mechanics of this are brilliant. Think about the traditional model. You have to export your CSV file of contacts, upload it to a third-party website, wait hours for them to run their SMTP handshakes.
Pay them thousands of dollars.
Exactly. Pay them, download the scrubbed list, and then re-import it back into your sender. The friction is awful.
It's so much manual work.
Yeah.
But NLE's system performs the verification internally.
Yes. The moment a contact enters your system, the backend infrastructure authenticates the syntax, checks the DNS records, and pings the receiving server to ensure it is a safe, active inbox.
You don't pay a premium for hygiene. It is literally built into the architecture.
And then there is the philosophy on contact storage. This is where legacy providers really squeeze their users.
Oh, yeah.
Unlike almost every other player in the industry, NLE does not penalize you for growing your audience. They offer unlimited contacts.
Which is huge. We need to unpack why the industry charges for contacts in the first place. Storing a row of text in a database, a name and an email address, costs fractions of a fraction of a cent in server storage.
It costs basically nothing, yet platforms will charge you hundreds of dollars more a month if your list grows from 10,000 to 20,000 people.
It is an arbitrary tax on your success. But NLE recognizes that the storage cost is negligible. You could have 10 million contacts sitting in your database, and your monthly bill does not increase by a single cent.
And beyond just storing the contacts, it's a comprehensive customer relationship management system. It's a real CRM. It's not just a dumb terminal that blindly blasts out text.
Right. The transcripts outline deep integration capabilities. It includes dynamic web publishing, allowing you to build highly responsive landing pages directly within the platform.
It features built-in form builders to capture leads natively. It handles complex digital asset delivery. So if a prospect fills out a form on your site, the system instantly automatically delivers a secure PDF white paper or a video course access link.
The automation workflows detailed in the sources are deeply sophisticated too. This isn't just basic if this, then that logic. You can build branching behavioral pathways.
You can assign complex lead scoring based on every interaction a user has with your brand.
For example, if a prospect opens an email, they get a point. If they click a specific link, they get 5 points.
Right. And if they visit your pricing page, the system can trigger an alert to your sales team and automatically move that contact into a high priority closing sequence.
That is enterprise power. And the sources also highlight something incredibly unique about their technology: the handling of dead leads.
This is fascinating.
In traditional systems, if a lead stops opening your emails for 6 months, they go cold. They become dead weight that you are paying a monthly fee to store, and eventually you just delete them.
Because you don't want to hurt your deliverability.
Exactly. But NLE claims to have proprietary processing that ensures emails stay live and active. I read that and immediately thought, okay, is this real tech or just marketing jargon? I mean, how does software magically revive a dead lead?
It is a highly specific algorithmic approach to re-engagement. According to the technical breakdowns, NLE's system doesn't just blast cold lists and hope for the best.
Okay, so what do they do?
They utilize minute engagement signals, pixel tracking, header analysis, and micro interactions. The system slowly, algorithmically paces the delivery of re-engagement campaigns.
Oh.
It verifies the address at the exact point of send to protect the IP, and then utilizes dynamic content rotation to test different psychological triggers.
So if a tiny fraction of that cold list engages, the system feeds that positive reputation signal back to the IP.
Exactly. Creating an engagement loop that gradually warms up the dead data without burning the infrastructure. It is a distinct technological edge that keeps the life cycle of your data churning.
It is essentially recycling digital waste into usable fuel. It's brilliant.
Uh,
But this raises another critical question. If they are offering all of these enterprise-level tools, the dynamic landing pages, the complex behavioral automations, the unlimited internal verification, the dedicated bare metal IPs, all for under $400 a month, what is the catch regarding performance?
you mean throttling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I going to hit send on a million emails? And
Right.
because I'm paying so little, the server just chokes and it takes 3 weeks for the messages to trickle out.
The sources address this directly. There is
Yeah.
no throttling catch. The NLE servers are tuned to send at the optimum speed of the internet.
Let's define what optimum speed actually means, because it sounds like a platitude. It isn't just about how fast the server can push data out the Ethernet port, right?
Exactly. Optimum speed in email deliverability is about dynamically matching the receiving server's intake capacity.
Right.
If you try to push 1 million emails into Gmail servers in 10 seconds, Gmail throws up a firewall and issues deferral codes. Your emails bounce back.
So NLE's architecture dynamically adjusts its concurrent connections based on real-time feedback loops from the ISPs.
Yes. If Yahoo says, hey, slow down, we're getting too much volume, the NLE server automatically throttles back, waits for the green light, and then resumes at maximum safe velocity.
And the founders have demonstrated this live on stream, haven't they? Sending millions of emails in a single day with 0 hard failures and 0 warning emails from compliance teams threatening to shut their accounts down.
They have that level of execution speed combined with the peace of mind that you own the machine is incredibly rare.
But let's ground this in reality for a second. The internet is messy. Servers experience latency. APIs break. Technology breaks.
It always does.
When you own a massive private server, what happens when you need help? If I am not paying a call when a landing page won't load properly or a complex automation gets stuck in a loop, we have to examine the human element here.
The human element is perhaps the starkest contrast in the entire analysis because the industry standard for customer support in 2026 is notoriously bleak.
It's terrible.
If you use a major platform today and run into a nuanced technical issue, the protocol is universally frustrating. You interact with an AI chatbot that hallucinates unhelpful generic answers.
Then you submit a support ticket into a black hole.
You wait in a 48-hour queue. Finally, you receive an automated email linking you to a generic FAQ article that doesn't actually address your specific database error.
It is infuriating, and it is entirely by design. It's designed to keep you away from a human engineer because human engineers are expensive. Software companies optimize for self-service to protect their profit margins.
Exactly. But the NLE transcripts reveal an approach that is the exact opposite. They offer 0 waiting, 0 tickets. They provide live on-screen support 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year.
Okay, how is that even possible?
How they achieve this is a fascinating logistical and cultural shift. They host a continuous, live, browser-based public square. It is an always open room at meet.nolimitmails.com.
So users can literally just click a link, jump into this live digital room, and speak face-to-face with the founders themselves or core engineering team members.
Yes.
That is genuinely hard to wrap my head around. In a landscape where multi-billion-dollar corporations hide behind layers of automated deflection, these founders are basically sitting in a digital living room waiting for you to walk in.
Yeah, you can jump on the microphone and say, hey, my email rendering looks weird on mobile, and they just share screens and fix the CSS right there in real time.
The philosophy is one page, one call, one fix. It is instant resolution, no frustration, no screaming at an automated phone tree.
And the transcripts we reviewed have logs of this. Users popping into the room, asking a highly specific routing question, getting the database sorted in 2 minutes, and going right back to their day.
It feels incredibly warm. It feels safe. It's
Yeah.
like having a senior DevOps engineer sitting at the desk right next to you.
Ex-
But I do have a security question regarding this setup. If NLE is building this entire done-for-you fortress on my domain, and I am hosting the infrastructure, aren't I suddenly vulnerable to bad actors?
It's a common worry.
Like, what happens if someone launches a DDoS attack against my specific server?
It is a valid concern when moving to sovereign infrastructure. But the transcripts detail that NLE mitigates this by integrating deeply with Cloudflare.
Okay, how did that work?
The entire architecture is routed through enterprise-grade proxy and security layers. Cloudflare acts as the shield, absorbing DDoS attacks and filtering malicious traffic before it ever touches your bare metal server.
And NLE handles the configuration of these security protocols during the installation process.
Yes, ensuring the fortress is guarded from day one.
That makes perfect sense. And connecting this level of hands-on secure support back to the core values of the company, it paints a very clear picture. The founders built NLE because they were tired of being extorted by the industry themselves.
They were high-volume senders who just got fed up with the ransom.
They view their users as a community, not as cash cows to be milked with hidden overage fees. Sitting on a live video feed for hundreds of hours a week builds an unbreakable transparency and trust.
And the sources even note that they offer to take a user's dead, unengaged, broken email list from a previous platform and run it through their revival algorithm live on screen for free, simply as a courtesy to welcome them to the platform.
Wow. It is genuine care. They have completely removed the adversarial relationship that usually exists between a software vendor and its user.
They really have.
And to truly appreciate the magnitude of this liberation, to truly feel the impact of what NLE has built, we must put their $67 to $397 flat pricing head-to-head with the specific giants our listeners might be paying right now.
It is time for the receipts.
We are going to examine the head-to-head bloodbath detailed in the source comparisons. Let's start with HubSpot.
Okay, let us analyze HubSpot. HubSpot is a massive, highly respected player, but their tech debt and corporate overhead dictate their pricing.
Right.
To access HubSpot's serious marketing tiers, you are looking at a baseline of $800 a month, but that is just the subscription.
There is a mandatory $2,930 account creation and onboarding fee just to unlock basic functionality.
Almost $3,000 just to open the door.
And the architectural restriction that blew my mind, they limit you to just one list.
So one single list.
If you want to run multiple distinct businesses or heavily segment completely different audience verticals, you cannot do it without triggering massive enterprise upcharges. It is a forced bottleneck.
While NLE, of course, allows completely unlimited lists and charges zero onboarding or account creation fees.
Now consider Aweber. Aweber is legacy infrastructure. They have been in the game for 26 years.
If you have built an audience of 100,000 subscribers on Aweber, you are looking at a monthly bill of roughly $1,050.
That is over $12,000 a year. Compare that to NLE's entry tier for the exact same volume.
Wow.
$67 a month. That is an $11,000 per year savings.
The source documents actually detail an experiment regarding Aweber.
Oh, right, the AI one.
Yes. The NLE team took the technical features, the infrastructure specs, and the pricing of Aweber and fed them into ChatGPT alongside NLE's specs, asking for a purely objective, unbiased AI analysis.
And the result?
The AI scored NLE higher than the 26-year-old giant based entirely on feature richness and price-to-performance efficiency.
When the algorithms are explicitly telling you that you are overpaying for legacy tech, it is time to reassess your stack.
Let us examine Kit, formerly known as ConvertKit. Kit is incredibly popular within the creator economy, but that popularity comes with a severe creator tax.
What's the breakdown there?
For an audience of 105,000 subscribers, they charge $697 a month. If a creator scales successfully to 400,000 subscribers, that bill skyrockets to $2,300 a month.
And it is crucial to remember that this exorbitant fee does not include dedicated bare metal IPs or built-in unlimited verification. You are paying thousands of dollars a month to share a crowded infrastructure with other creators.
And then there is Klaviyo. If the creator tax is bad, the e-commerce tax is punitive.
Klaviyo has positioned itself as the premier tool for online stores, essentially taking a revenue share model masquerading as a SaaS fee.
If you scale a massive global e-commerce operation to 10 million subscribers on Klaviyo, the transcripts reveal it costs an eye-watering $32,000 a month.
$32,000 every 30 days.
NLE's unlimited tier covers that exact same infinite volume, providing a private, dedicated infrastructure for $397.
The delta there is so massive it almost defies logic until you understand the underlying server costs we discussed earlier.
We also must highlight Keep. For a modest list of 26,000 contacts, Keep charges $720 a month.
And if your business grows beyond 50,000 contacts, They remove the pricing from their site entirely. It requires a custom, opaque enterprise quote.
But the most aggressive tactic is what the sources describe as the hostage fee. Keep charges between $1,000 and $2,000 just to import your data.
That is unconscionable. They charge you a massive fee just to bring your own hard-earned customers into their ecosystem. They hold your data migration hostage.
NLE allows unlimited imports at any volume completely for free.
The comparisons just continue down the line. MailerLite charges approximately $1,900 a month for high volumes.
Woodpecker, a popular cold outreach tool, charges $59 per dedicated IP. So if you simply wanted the 5 dedicated IPs that NLE provides on their top tier, that alone is $300 a month before you even factor in the sending limits and the agency panel fees.
Even tools marketed purely on volume, like Elastic Email, are wildly expensive by comparison. To send 15 million emails, Elastic charges roughly $2,700 a month.
And even at that premium, you are still being routed through a shared API layer, risking your hard-earned sender reputation on the unpredictable behavior of strangers.
The sources also illuminate a philosophical difference in how these companies treat their partners through their affiliate programs.
Right. Legacy platforms like Keep and Elastic offer a 20% commission to affiliates who bring them new business, but that commission expires.
After 6 to 12 months, they cut the affiliate off and absorb the entire lifetime revenue of the customer.
NLE offers a 30% recurring commission for the lifetime of the active account. They view their users and promoters as true long-term partners.
So, synthesizing all of this data, when we look at these numbers side by side, it's not even a competition, it is a paradigm shift. NLE is offering vastly superior, private, dedicated tech for a microscopic fraction of the cost, which naturally begs the ultimate question.
Why do intelligent business owners stay with the expensive giants?
Exactly. If I am paying Kit $2,000 a month or bleeding $30,000 a month to Klaviyo, and I see these numbers, why wouldn't I initiate a migration immediately?
The transcripts dive deep into this. The answer is psychology.
Psychology.
The entire legacy industry relies heavily on the psychology of the trap. People stay out of the fear of the unknown. They are terrified that migrating their massive database will break their established sales funnels.
They suffer from the perceived technical difficulty of moving to a new server architecture.
The giants market their platforms to make it seem like setting up a private server requires a PhD in computer science and a team of DevOps engineers.
It is an illusion manufactured to keep you paying the ransom. But NLE has systematically dismantled that technical barrier because it is a completely done-for-you installation.
You don't have to compile code. You provide them with a Cloudflare login, and their engineering team builds the fortress for you. The friction of migration has been entirely removed.
It is brutally honest to look at your ledger and realize you have been overpaying by tens of thousands of dollars a year for restricted, shared access to your own audience.
But the revelation in these sources is that you do not have to keep paying the ransom. NLE hasn't just offered a cheaper alternative, they have created an entirely new, deeply caring paradigm for the market.
They recognize that communication is the absolute lifeblood of any business, and they built a sanctuary for it. No limit emails is exactly what the name implies. It is communication without limits.
It is effortless, it is mathematically reliable, and it is radically affordable. It frees entrepreneurs, creators, and enterprise businesses to communicate at a massive scale with safe, sovereign, dedicated infrastructure.
They hand you the keys to your own castle. They provide the internal verification, the advanced CRM, the behavioral automation, and they sit in a digital living room 24 hours a day to guarantee you never feel abandoned by your tech stack.
And they've done all of this without changing their price in 6 years.
As we move deeper into the age of AI, where algorithmic spam filters and automated compliance bots judge every single word you write before it ever has a chance to hit an inbox, relying on shared, rented platforms is becoming a catastrophic liability.
You are putting your entire livelihood, your entire ability to generate revenue in the hands of corporate gatekeepers who view your business as nothing more than a line item to be squeezed.
Which brings us to the final thought we want to leave you with today. Building on everything we have exposed from these internal transcripts, consider the foundation of your operations. If you do not own the sovereign infrastructure your voice travels on, do you really own your business at all?
If you don't own the infrastructure, you are just renting the right to exist.
Stop paying for the right to exist. Stop paying the ransom.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. Take control of your communications, take control of your infrastructure, and we will see you next time.
All right, I am back. I hope that explains a little bit. Let me turn my camera on and then we will get into the basically a little bit more deeper because I mentioned in the beginning of the stream, uh, this is going to be long stream because literally requires a long stream and also requires a you could say to show you everything what that notebook LM was explaining in a live term. So I am going to be sharing my screen with you guys, and of course we will go through everything to reveal everything to you, so you be informed. Yes, this is 100% real, and there is absolutely and no editing going on in here and no script from this point onwards, as you all know. So let's get into it. First of all, just before we get into this content, I just need to rearrange stuff and enjoy this short soundbite from No Limit Emails. As you all know, I am the creator of No Limit Emails, and I will be back just a moment.
Chris double sales overnight. Soup cut a spin, but traffic's in flight. Daniela Diaz supports Supreme. Straddles crushes it with every email stream. Barbara's coaching crews on track. Says best experience, I'm never looking back. Get it ads, team beyond compare. Evan's system works, I ain't going anywhere. Joe says unlimited reach, no cap in sight. Clean list, smart sends, inboxes alike. Real stories, real gains. Join the team, your growth unlocked. It's not a dream. No limit emails, the growth machine. Send without limits, live your dream. Go to platinum. Take control, turn every message into pure gold. Started at get.nolimitemails.com.
Yay, we are back. Hopefully you like that. And let's get started with this amazing reveal to you guys, especially on my personal channel. And let's bring the camera back on. And then I will be sharing my screen. And let's first of all remove this image so I can get a little bit bandwidth. And we're going to start first of all with a history. And history is going to come to you live from Wayback Machine. So on the Wayback Machine, we're going to put the input, and that input is going to be No Limit Emails URL from the day we went live. And as you can see from this point on, it's nothing. Nothing is scripted and everything is live, so you can see it yourself. So you can see towards and well, we started actually in 2019, but page was not live in 2021. We launched the first, you could say, the crappiest sales page ever, because it was literally placeholder, longest pay button worked, and that's what we put up. So this is what you will see, and that date was obviously, you can see, is around 7 or almost 8 p.m. at that time. As you can see, December 2023, 2021, and this page is gone live. And on here you can check this out on you can check this out on basically yourself. All you have to do is just stick that URL in. Hopefully now you can see. So one thing I want to show you in here is the price, and then I'm also going to bring side by side in today's sales page, so to kind of also reveal to you what that notebook LM was saying to you, or explaining a little bit better than myself, as I can't really write English, and English is not my first language. That's why I did that. So you can see in here, this is our first edition of sales page, and you can see in here we're doing lots of tests, and of course you can see inboxing power, and you see a little bit comparison different marketing tools, which is, you can see that comparisons on no limit email channel if you want to go there, but this is what I want to show you. So as you can see, let's go back, see what else is here. As you can see, this is the first edition as a placeholder, including the live element images, including how this has been ramped up. You can see some of the picture and obviously internal little bit functions and login page, and it ends there. So let's also go to the pricing pricing itself. So you can see December 2021, this is when live price is $67 to send 100,000 email. It's just like that notebook LM explained, one dedicated IP, and it is basically still the same. So to prove this still the same, and let's go also bring the no limit emails page here. So we're going to just shrink them side by side. So just remember, what we are doing here is comparing the 6-year truth of basically price stayed same. So first, let's kind of reveal that to you so you know, as you can see in here, bronze packages still exactly the same price. Silver packages still the same price. That allows you to, obviously, you get 2 dedicated IPs and allows you to send 250,000 emails. And also, excuse me, let me just kind of switch that off. Somebody calling me. Anyway, let's have a look. Also, the gold package, as you can see in here, send million email with 3 dedicated IPs. It was 197, and today is still 197. And the reason I'm showing you this, so you can go do this kind of research yourself and find out exactly what I'm saying in here and showing you is the truth, because history and Wayback Machine is not going to lie for me. You know, and this is what I'm saying to you is it's all about truth, a fact, and showing you. And as you can see, it's a little bit of different change in here on comparison to this page versus kind of what we got right now. And of course, like we said, you do get 100% free hosting, and you do get unlimited SMTP. You get us as a marketing community, which is, I will also show that in that room, what they was explaining about sport and how we deal with it. And I will also bring that room up so you can join me right now if you want to, and I'm already in that room and another device. So again, marketing platform, just like Notebook LM explained, we use Moetic open source email relationship management CRM, and we heavily modified to basically fit for our needs and also be able to scale, like we mentioned in the basically on Notebook LM, and also a few kind of testimonials in here, and I'm also going to show that to you too. So now you have the evidence here, the history, and you see even some of the companies that we mentioned that I personally did a live chat with some of them. And also, obviously, you can also go to the website and have a look yourself about the prices they charge and all that in comparison what we have in here. So let's now get kind of a little bit deeper to this. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of the sales page here so I can bring another elements to you, and we will going to look a little bit deeper till we get in and we log in. So first of all, again, you can go and check this out on Trustpilot yourself, and you can see I personally kind of don't ask many people to give us reviews and things like that, because they're meaningless if the things that is being said is not true and it doesn't work. And therefore, and also we don't accept or hire anybody paid reviews. It's just user and members' discretion to tell us something, what they like, what they dislike, and the truth about being revealed in here. So you can go and check basically this out. So you can go there and have a look this reviews that we have. example, you can see Daniela De Grande, which is an amazing person, and I really love and have honor to serve somebody like her. And as you can see what she says in here, you can read it all yourself. I mean, I'm not going to keep reading. And of course, that little jingle in the middle before we start this is all about this. As you can see in here, what Stratos says. And you can also see what Barbara says. Barbara is currently on the chat. You can ask her a question. And also you can see what Edith said, what Tom said, and what Joe said, and of course what Cindy said, what Timothy said. So what Doug said, and what Chris said. As you can see, Chris says he's the past 20 years he have tried basically paid ads, Google ads, every other platforms, and nothing kind of grows, benefits him with no limit email stuff being installed on his pages. And also some of the reviews are in here. Is what you seen in my thumbnail, and we take in the domains to send million emails, and Barbara in the chat can verify, and anyone else who's commenting can verify this, who is part of No Limit Emails family. And I really do appreciate you guys going in here and publicly giving thumbs up to what we've been doing at No Limit Emails. And of course, we're still improving, and lots of new good things happening. So you can check that out. And let's get in again another thing. So remember, I mentioned that we did 30-day challenges, and here is the YouTube channel for that. And by the way, and here says 10 videos, is not, guys. It is absolutely loaded with videos. 260-day live sessions that I did, they are under the live tab. And currently, I just kind of make them to go to archive to become a private. But I left some of the stuff in here from Email Masters, which is challenges that we did the domains to take domains from 0 to send million emails. And you can also see kind of some conversation that we had in here. And there's only a few videos that kind of like currently on the site in here on 30-day email challenge, because we did share lots of deep level information, and therefore lots of that is just now for members only when we do the No Limit Emails blog, and they all will be going there instead of being on YouTube public. So when we are live on those channels, I highly recommend you subscribe so you don't miss it, because 24 hours or 48 hours I will put them on a private basically mode, and you can't see them anymore. So take advantage of that. And also I want to show you obviously another channel, which is No Limit Emails channel itself as well. So let's close this one and let's bring the other one up so you can see this one here. Again, it says 42 videos. Believe me, is not. It is 400 plus live streams, and they are normally under the live tab. And just like I mentioned, you can go and watch still few there, and you can see I streamed 20 hours ago, a day ago, and 7 days ago, which is me and Doug, who was talking exactly that 2 million cost. And you can watch that, and I left that on. And also you can see this reviews, i.e. comparisons that I did with all these companies. And there are several email master streams as well. And you can go and obviously check those out for yourself. And you can see how long they been in there. And obviously, because I put things kind of what's necessary for you to kind of compare and do your own analysis and research, so you can make sound decision for yourself. So now let's get this out of the way, and we're going to bring a system up. And as you can see, this is 100% real, 100% live, and this is what you will get. Let's say you were just joining us, and this is going to be your login page. And only thing that is really you see kind of from no limit emails is this copyright in here on your login page. When you publish in emails, websites, forms, doesn't say powered by no limit emails. It is say powered by your own domain. And as you can see, this is not a no limit emails URL. This is my own domain. And obviously, no limit emails backend has been installed on it to do this case study. Last 6 years, this domain has been active, and I have been, you could say, brutal with it and pushing it extremely. So here we go. First of all, let me just kind of change a little bit date in here. So, obviously today is 2nd of April, but we're going to go a little bit back towards a 2024 March. And March 15, that's when I started, and we're going to hit save. And the reason I'm doing this, so I can show you the level and obviously what's happened over a period of time. First of all, as you can see in here, from March 2024 till obviously April 2026. And you can see the whole progress of me uploading the leads. And these are all I'm going to show you again in just a moment is real. So you can see we started at this point is 37,000 leads that kind of I uploaded. And then from that point onwards, we did the challenges, as you can see, from March till April is kind of arisen to 1.6 million. And then following month, we still had another round of challenges, went up basically again 1.6 million. And the members sent something like 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, that kind of numbers. That challenge counts from 190 domains they did. And then obviously, which is slowly, I dropped off because we done the challenges and I just didn't want to really keep uploading million emails every day, if you know what I mean. So there you go. So then following month in June is 968,000. And I slowly dropped, as you can see, July, 300,000 contacts being uploaded and 149,000 and 431,000 and 444,000 and 205,000. So you can see this 127,000. And then we started another challenge round around January again. And this time went up 1.2 million contacts uploaded. By the way, they are not same contacts. This is all different. And also the second round, the challenges, once more, we had in this point four rounds of challenges happening, and this is what you see in here. And this time again reached basically 2 times, as you can see, passing million contacts upload in January, and then February, as you can see in here, 2025, 1.5 million emails. And then obviously challenge finished once more. I dropped my numbers and just like uploading a little bit regularly, a little bit here and then. So once more, March, 221,000 contacts, and April, once more, 589,000 contacts, and May, 180,000, 170,000, well, this is not 100, but 16,000, just testing some differently, 16,000, as you can see, just different batches, and 95,000 in September, and 89,000 in October, and November, 84,000 in November, and obviously December, I only just kind of upload a little tiny things, and as you can see, we tested a little bit. And then this year, as you can see, December 2025, obviously we went to January 2026, which is, we are just kind of in April, as you can see. So in March, again, from January till March, you can see the progress, again, new leads uploaded, and this time 600,000. And because we did had another challenge in this point, kind of last one, And then obviously right now is just 23,000 contacts. And obviously right now in April, I only tested quite a few things to just kind of like verify and stuff. But I'm going to show you now like the actual contact amount and totaling this. So by the way, YouTube, this data is all available publicly. And the reason I'm showing this, so public has a basically well informed. So as you can see in here, and we're going to go bottom, and this specific domain right now is 11,400,000 plus, right? And then obviously I will be through this year and I will be uploading more and more. So now you can see the level, you can see the volume, you can see kind of like amount, but this is not the number of emails being sent. Number of emails, you look in hundreds of millions that really the specific website sent over the last 6 years. But because I do wipe the server out to kind of, get rid of the old data and old, page creation, form creation, testing stuff, all that, to kind of basically refresh the server. And currently we are doing that again because we are changing to the version 6. As you can see, this one is version 4 here. So we are very, very soon going to have a version 6 available to us. And as you can see, this is what you see is Muetic old version, version 4, and Muetic version 6 is kind of changed a little bit. And we're also kind of adding some more and more extra power and extra, you could say, technologies to even make it better than what you see right now. So let's get in, first of all, to some functions in here. And as you can see in this side, you see your main navigation panel for your email creation. And also you have a site setting. You can see you do kind of like different management type stuff in here based on basically what you see, right? So let's go back, also have a look at now the lists amount that I have been uploading. And so you can see the single domain is right now has a 830 lists. Obviously I'm testing stuff, just like I mentioned, sometimes a low number, sometimes kind of, you could say 50K, but sometimes 60K. In this case, you can see I uploaded 200K, I uploaded 197K, I uploaded 100K, I uploaded 180K, as you can see, 110K, 197K, and then obviously I'm testing with this kind of stuff, but you can also see the dates in here, and obviously I created them. And some cases I'll just kind of add one email. So like, testing stuff. So it gives you from 1 to basically infinite amount of numbers that you could upload, and you can also send email to, and which is I will show you next. And as you can see, and the one really important part, I want you to understand that list verification. Every email contact that you see in here, system already verified, so I don't have to take a list somewhere else and try to bring it back. And as you know, blinking of an eye, email can be kind of expired, or like the persons die and all that kind of stuff and not active, just like anything else, is kind of a little bit of costly endeavor to kind of just keep verifying your leads. So you can see there is basically 800 different lists I'm controlling in one site. And of course, let's have a look a little bit now down the list. So the component wise, you can deliver a PDF like that notebook Alan said. You can create forms. You can, let me just kind of move my laptop a little. You can create landing page. You obviously create dynamic content. And then obviously you do campaigns, and your campaign automations is just like, I'm just going to re-edit this so you can see, for example, and we launch the editor, for example, we are in here basically automating a list, and waiting one day and send an email and so on. It's just same. If you done any email automation, it's very simple and very, you could say, universal type of thing. And you can do a lot in here with it as well, just kind of for learning purposes. Go to the moetic.org and read white papers in there how automation stuff work, and also check Moetic YouTube channel, and they are doing great job and doing lots of lives currently, and you can learn a lot from that too. So anything that you really don't know about the software that we're using, Public already been using this for 10 years, but because it's a little bit complicated to install and a little bit complicated to maintain, therefore we taking that burden off our clients, and we do all that in-house, so you don't have to do anything. Just like you see me logging in, and we are in to do our work. It's just like any other you could say SaaS platforms that you log in and do your stuff, and this is, in this case, is your own website. You logging in to do your stuff. And let's go also look in the channels. In the channels, you have marketing messages. That's normally for big companies, internal messaging, like different sales teams, managers, and whatnot. So you can do that if you have a big company using, obviously, our setup. And you have emails, you have focus items, your landing pages, and you have social monitoring. If somebody kind of mentioned you, and also you can do social monitoring tool, a little bit kind of more in-depth research before you send another email to a recipient. So gives you better idea what they are posting and what they are doing, and according to that you can tune your communication back and forth with your list, and also new opt-ins. And of course, then you get like that relationship management to give you a little bit better ideas who's interacting with your emails, who's not. Then you can apply basically point system through your automation, and manage the triggers, what they do. And then you also have stages. Stages are basically a form of automation, but you separate people, you put them in different stages. Imagine this. So this is another amazing tool for better control and management of your campaigns. And of course, reports, you get all the reports that you normally do, reads, opens, emails, form subscriptions, confirmation emails, downloaded assets, and overall everything you do in here. And also you can add new ones in here to be reported to you, and then you just click on them. I will take you there. For example, if we go and read emails, which is you saw, as you can see, the different emails in here, the sent count, and read amounts, click ratios, and everything else under this. As you can see, different. By the way, this is total random. It's not like targeted or anything else. Still getting this kind of interesting data back from the emails. It's pretty amazing what you can do just with data. And then here you can see, overall lots of emails being sent. And as you can see, the campaigns, obviously times and amounts and all that. And this is like five, 6 pages in here. So if we go to the kind of 4th page, so you see this is like not a trick, and it's all live. I'm showing you all this so you can see. And obviously, I am just uploading random data, guys, as you saw, publicly available data without research, without customization, without specific message. And majority of the emails that is just related. I say I'm guy from No Limit Emails. If we are good, let's talk, and I will show you a couple of emails just a second too, and then we will prepare and send another email. So let's go ahead and go to channel again, and we go to the email. As you can see, the latest email that I have sent April 1st, and then again on April 1st, and on April 1st, as you can see the dates in here. So on April 1st, I triggered email that is like, as you can see, more than 1.2 million emails at one go. As you can, I stopped it, by the way, because I needed doing other things. So I stopped the campaign a little bit mid-flow. But as you can see, send level is 692,000 sent from, obviously still this is left to send. And sometimes you will have the spending because system, when it stops, obviously you can retrigger afterwards. But I highly recommend retrigger this, like not exact same day, same hour, and that type thing, so system take care of it, so you don't send any duplicate. So you can see that. And here again, this is like 30,000 email before that. But again, on here, I sent 955,000 email at one go on March 30th. And before that, I sent 800,000 emails again, March 24th. And once more again, I sent 120,000 and 600,000. As you can see, they're also jumping between levels again, because we are doing obviously testing, and we're also kind of showing you it's not about one day you increase, next day you drop. It's kind of going to block you and things like that. If you have a decent mature site and you actually gain the trust and you sticking to the rules, and your emails are not spreading malicious stuff, that no reason why you can't basically do this exactly same thing what I'm showing you. So in here you can see is not one day, and as also I told you, is not a 11 million emails that I send with it. It is a couple hundred, basically you could say very, very close to the maybe 200 million emails the specific website is sent and verified and whatnot, and over the last 6 years. So as you can see, the numbers quickly adds up. And yes, many, many times I'm doing this kind of test over very, very long period, as I showed you in the beginning with the dates, like 2 years in a row. The server's been running. As you can see, we will see a lot of pending stuff, guys. That is not failed or anything, but you can see the send numbers. And I didn't want, sometimes I am cloning them, so I don't want to trigger kind of double email send. If you know the ability that you can scale like this, and of course you saw the prices and you see kind of what the capabilities are in here. And let's go ahead and actually create a email in here, and we're going to simply again just clone this email that I last sent April the 1st, and we're just going to clone that. And if you want to really know how I created this email, how I put it together, and why I have to basically go through the certain tools to make sure the email is good, clean, subject line and everything else. So let's just kind of put this one in here, +2, because obviously that's what it's cloning, so I want to change that. And we're also going to just switch this on to publish, and we're going to change this 2 lists because I don't want to send email to this exact 2 lists. So let's change that, and this time let's go towards the 200s. As you can see, there's 200 emails on here. I'm just going to punch in 2, so let's bring us the numbers with the 2 on, and let's get this one, and then let's get just one more list here. Let's this time do 8, and let's see, and let's just get this one here, and then I'm going to remove this and remove this one. So we have 3 lists we selected. We have email content, and we're just going to apply this so it saves this. And then we're going to, first, before I save and close, I just want to go to builder so I can show you the builder a little bit. So I'm just also going to change this a little bit here. So we have this live video going out, right? Right now we are on YouTube, and we're going to embed that live into this email. And of course, never done before, but here we go. So let's go back on our YouTube, By the way, just give me a second. We will get to this live video here. Just a second. Sorry if kind of makes a double. So let's go back on. All right, let's just kind of switch that off. All I want to do is, as you can see, I am live here. So what we're gonna do is we're going to hit share button, and we're going to hit embed, and we're going to copy this embed here. So just copy all of that. I don't know why it doesn't give me that copy thing. Let me just copy this here. No, not that one here. I don't think it's copied. Let's just copy. Okay, so we just move that out of the way, and we're going to paste that directly here, just like, not that. What happened here? Well, let's just remove this. By the way, YouTube keep changing stuff, guys, making it very, very difficult for us. Embed options, embed privacy, embed. All right, just let's copy this, and let's actually delete this. Let's bring new section here, and let's bring our text element, and input is going in with just like this. And then obviously you want to say something. I mean, we could make another text on top here. Watch us live. In your email. So something like this. As you can see, I can't really write that much of a good in English. So let's just make this a little bit bold. And of course, just if you want to change the size of this, you just select like that. And you go to this brush icon, you go to typography, you go to your, let me just bring this down so you can see what's going on. So you see the font in here, we're just going to increase that font, right? And that's it. And obviously if you want to change the color and font and all that kind of stuff, you can do. So we're going to do that and save and close. And now we have everything ready for us to send. But before we do that, there is one important adjustment you need to make. And that is, you go back on edit, and you go back on the builder, and you see now you have the video in here that says error, but obviously because I'm live, maybe my embed is not being set in the channel. So that is why probably you get this. But all you have to do is stretch the video like this, and then again, save and close. And we're going to just review it, see what's like. And as you can see now, that video is actually live, and this is the email content we will be sending out. So let's go back on here, and we close this. So we're going to, obviously I'm happy, but if you are not happy, you can open this, just go over it. If you make a mistake and things like that, you can go and change in here, and we're going to send this out. I'm just happy with that. You know, save you some time. So in here, the sendings work a little bit different. Don't send example. Obviously, if you send example, you just got to add a few emails to it, and we're going to send. So first send, it pops up, and is not, do not change this. This is just 100 email will be processed at one go, but the main amount that we're going to be sending is 112,000 emails. So let's hit send. And again, it pops up this. This is human confirmation. Do you want this happen or not? And if you cancel it, it will cancel. But you want to pull the trigger, you want to send this email. So you hit send. And as you can see, it processes 100 email at one time. And now it's counting down to send this emails out. And now you can see in real time email sending, add volume, And the process is obviously going on now with this specific email campaign that we're sending. As you can see, it doesn't take very, very long time to send 100,000 emails in here. So I kind of urge you to do your homework, do some research on myself, do some research on No Limit Emails, what we have already done. Go to that Wayback Machine, punch our sales URL in it, see it with yourself, for yourself, and go through that history a little bit. And of course, if you want to reach out to us, you can jump into the public square, which is like that notebook LM mentioned about, really like a sports room. And let's just also go and get that. But I don't want to close this because, as we mentioned, it will stop my email. I'm going to bring a basically another tab in here, and that is, you just basically put in URL what I'm going to show you. So you see Meet No Limit Emails in Public Square, and it will pop up the room like this. And I'm just going to first of all mute myself here, and you simply join in. And obviously you join in. This is free room. As you can see, I'm already there a couple of times. And you go on the chat and you just make a nickname for yourself. If I'm not there, you tag me in. And of course, anyone else in this room will help you, especially if you are part of No Limit Emails. Even if you are not part of No Limit Emails, you want to come in here, have a conversation with us, just hang out with us, you're more than welcome. As it is currently is available to everybody in the world, can join us and have a conversation with us. By the way, room is modded, and if you are kind of doing weird stuff, you get kicked out and get blocked. And therefore, if you are legitimate and you want some answers for your business, and come into the community, and we are there every single night after 10 o'clock. I am majority time in there after 10 o'clock. And before then, if you are here and I'm not here, just please tag me on this chat, leave your kind of, be it messenger, whatever it is you like to contact us, or leave a time that we can be there so you can basically talk to us. As you know, we are busy people, so I am there, but sometimes I'm in different rooms, sometimes I'm doing different things in the background, and sometimes I'm just out of the house. I'm a human being, and I also have to have kind of time for my wife and all that. But generally speaking, I normally reply to you as soon as I see something kind of like tag me in. And of course, when you are part of No Limit Emails, you get like my WhatsApp, obviously different chat groups, and of course, and also via basically live one-to-ones, and just join in there and ask me anything you like to really ask. And how is this possible? Why are we doing it this way? Why is it prices not changed 6 years? And how is it possible that you guys are scaling something like this? Why you haven't heard of us, guys? Because we really don't promote No Limit Emails and any paid promotions. As you can see in here right now, I'm reaching out 100,000 people, and it's all about No Limit Emails. It's not Will doesn't know about No Limit Emails. Will does. That is more than 500 million people using that Meet tool for free is on us. And you still don't believe me? Go to the meetnolimitemails.com, launch a room, and see it for yourself. There is no ads, there is no cookies, there is no data collection, there is no count creation, there is no time limitation, there is no participant limitations. And try that. In the same manner, you can come and join us, and we can turn your domain to send million emails at one go. Obviously, if you want that, if you want the smaller packages, get in now, because we are thinking also change our infrastructure on the way how the business side works. And maybe today's prices, you come a few weeks later, not be the same, and maybe even onboarding will change to stop the basically abuse, just because we are very affordable and we're building infrastructure absolutely on your domain, just like you can see it in my own domain in here. And therefore we get a lot of abuse, people kind of joining us, setting up, and try to kind of like spray pray type of thing and drops, and to stop that, the totally new changes have to be in place, and that's what we're currently working on and is also doing. If you're new, join now, lock these prices in. And as you can see, 6 years, we have not changed our prices. Nothing stays same forever, guys. And we are no different. And we will also adjust our prices. And it's going to be very, very hard for, smaller businesses to get actually into this network, because as you can see, the power gives us and the power gives individuals, businesses. And of course, we're doing everything in our end to make the scalability basically like child play for everyone. So I hope you enjoyed this long stream, and I hope you can now see the difference between no limit emails, myself, and the industry. And it's up to you. Make that sound decision and come join us, guys, so we can help you grow your business. And of course, you can see it again in here. We are doing amazing, amazing job when it comes to the live streaming and everything else. So let me also kick that room out, and hopefully we still stay connected. All right, so let me see if we are still connected. Just a moment. By the way, YouTube's still going on. Let me just refresh YouTube on YouTube side. It does happen. It drops me now and then, but this live stream still going on. Okay, so let me just also adjust my camera in here with the other tool. So let's go back here. By the way, now and then I'm on Starlink, kind of like has a 1 second, 2 second break, but I think everything's back on. And so we're going to, let me just bring back this way so you can see me. So yes, I was not a robot to talk to you guys, and I hope you enjoyed like what I'm revealing to you, and I hope you can see the difference in here between having a private infrastructure to scale with a new power and versus share hosting and versus very, very, very expensive systems out there. And of course, you are free to utilize the internet, utilize the AI, do this research yourself if you want. And of course, the reality is, if you right now can't really send 100,000 emails just like I am, or a million emails a day just like I am, and like many other members of No Limit Emails that we did with 190 domains, period, obviously like different rounds of doing live challenges, taking the domains from 0, and end of the 30 days, that domains end up sending, million plus emails, and plus obviously everything that you upload is verified. And we have amazing different technologies built into the No Limit Emails backbone, so you can do amazing job. Just focus on basically sending your email just like I did. I don't have to worry about server. I don't have to worry about things breaking. And as we have No Limit Emails 24 hours a day, we look into the system, and therefore sport is live. So if there's any issue, I can jump on one of the one-to-one room or a group room that I share with you, and so the fixes can be applied in many cases just there and then. And if it's something that is let's say data related, and it's pretty simple thing, that you do it just on screen. If it's a bit more complicated, and we take care of it, basically, because then we know we've seen it live, what's going on, and we almost take care of that almost instantly. Systems wise, normally there is no issue of a kind of breaking down on us. Is generally is a little bit, you could say, user end errors, bad data or incomplete data being uploaded to system, or made something basically different settings and things like that being played around, which is we advise you not to do, and as well as never update your system like this, because we update in the background. If you do that update stuff, maybe break your system. And of course, we don't want you break your system. Just leave that off. Don't touch that. And your system never going to, like bloat on you. And as you can see in the level of data that I show you, the level of emails that I have sent, and so far, not even half an hour, as you can see, we sent 28,000 emails already. So, as you know, sometimes when the net drops, because currently you can see I'm using the browser, what happens is internet drops. Obviously, my browser lost the connection to the server, and this version, this is one of the issues that we've seen happens, because everybody says internet signal drops, and browser obviously loses a connection, just like what I did with YouTube. But it's very simple, guys. All you have to do is cancel this when that happens. But the new version 6, you're not going to have this issue. That's been taken away. So you just set up timer and it will trigger in the background, and you don't have to open your browser to complete this task. So that's another really amazing time saver happening. And this is what happened just now. That's why this number stopped, guys. Oh, I'm going to cancel. And as you can see, still that many contacts left. And what I want to do is basically log out of the server so it refreshes. Yes, I want to leave. And then I'm just going to refresh my UI. And then this time I'm going to say, keep me logged in, because after a certain time, server also will log you out. And we're going to log back in, and we're going to go back on that email, and we're going to retrigger the rest of that stuff. As you can see, is already sent 27,000, and as this was what's left. So you just basically go back on, and then you hit send again. Remember, it's not just the send alone. You still got to make sure that trigger works, but this time, as we all know, some data already gone out, so it's reading, see if we have any clicks already. And then we'll do it again. By the way, I'm still working on this server on the background. I'm doing lots of updates in here, and now and then we'll do kind of a little bit crazy stuff, but it's not broken system, because we are just upgrading, making things ready to go to the version 6. And also installing version 6 brand new domain again will be another, you could say, case study domain. Then I'm going to wipe the server on the specific domain, so I can basically have a little bit more fresh data going in instead of the ones that I've been utilizing last 2 years. So this is amazing tool, as you can see, and this enables me to, publish lots of emails. And obviously, the whole idea of the email is send something valuable and something real, and is be trackable to you. In this case, as you saw, I am giving a YouTube link, and I'm giving them basically live video feed on that email basically going out right now. It is live video feed from directly YouTube. If somebody's obviously come to YouTube chat, they can say hello, but as you know, it's not that easy to do with any other system. So you've seen this email is actually going out live, video element embedded in that video, in that specific the specific email. So once more, because YouTube had a little bit disconnect, and unfortunately not showing my let me just refresh again. Hopefully will show my camera, because like if YouTube's blacking out on you, please just refresh the stream. You should be able to get back in. So now I'm back. Hopefully will show my camera. So I hope you enjoy the stream, guys, and please reach out to me if you want further information, and if you like what content I'm sharing in here, do subscribe to the channel so we can keep in touch. And of course, We love to help you and serve you and send you email for you. Just come and test us out. No pressure. You can cancel anytime. That being said, have a wonderful rest of the Thursday evening, and happy April to you guys. Happy spring. And please do leave a comment, be it related to your business or what you've seen in here. And I do not delete comments unless they are spam, guys. Take care, and I'll catch you up on the next one. Once more, thank you for being here.